kind of girl.
Sure. Is there such a thing up north? Because that sounds like a heck of a
Isn't a
night
hog
out.
roast roller disco?
That would be fantastic. You
Well,
just
that sounds
skate
like a
around the
great
rink,
business.
and then you just, as you come by, you just plop on some applesauce. You go round again, come back for like a lovely slab of hot meat. that's a heck of a Friday night for anyone.
So yeah,
What were we saying?
I can't
I
remember.
just can't. You with the
Hogs.
rollerblades and the hog roast.
Cool. Yeah, I'm not cool enough for that. I can imagine being in somewhere really trendy and really funky and be like, yeah, I'm down with this, and then having toilet paper on my shoe and going, oh, no, I'm not. I'll leave, I'll get back to the hog roast roller disco, it's fine.
You, Tiny Dan, are a big hip hopper. You love the hip hoppery. What's Cadence Weapon doing for you?
Massively, yeah. I think that's one of the most Dan tunes that has been played on the Steve Show. The good news for me, see, the thing is, Sammy, when you're listening to that, there's a possibility, because of your age and your look, that you might just about be cool enough to get away with it. Whereas for me, it's not even close. So I can still enjoy it now.
Sure,
because it's
yeah,
obvious
you've gone
that
out the
I'm
other
not-
side.
Yeah, I've gone miles away from that, so I might as well just enjoy it. But I absolutely loved it, and I think it may have just taken hip hop to the next level.
Whoa! A lot of people were wondering where hip hop was going to go next. Do you, Rufus? Let's be honest. You are a hip hop fan. Do you feel that Cadence Weapon has taken it to the next level?
My worry with it is that it's two nouns which don't sit easily with each other, and I don't understand why he's put them together. I don't understand why Cadence Weapon. The phrase doesn't seem to work for me, so I worried about that for far too much of the song when I was listening to it. And then I suddenly realised that it sounded a bit like the music itself, because it sounded a bit like music coming through the floor when you've got the radio on. There were too many different types of music happening, and I couldn't reconcile them. So it gets a sticky 2 from me.
I love the fact that you speak on behalf of all of our 70-year-old listeners. in your music reviews.
Yeah, I do.
It's nice that you should very much cover that demographic.
Yeah.
Quick score from you, Dan.
A Fombobtacular 5.
Oh, no
Yeah,
one was
there's-
expecting that.
Far too cool for me, 4.
Ooh, okay, so that's pretty much the end of the show. We got a little bit of admin to take care of. What have we learned today? Because we need what are people going home with as far as water cooler information?
Well, you remember we were talking about the Minister for Skills?
Yeah.
Ollie from Camden, let's hope he was nowhere near that terrible fire at Camden Market. He has got some skills, including telling jokes that can ruin whole parties and making very good plum tarts. Now, I'm thinking we can pull the Steve Show listener skill set together. We would have one super being who could do anything.
That would be fantastic. I know I was hoping for a joke from Rufus, but I'm not sure we got time, have we, mate?
What's grey and doesn't matter? And irrelevant.
You can take that into the pub this evening, or indeed any night this week. You can impart that, pass it off as your own. You are welcome to it. I thought we should have something a little bit more profound, maybe a quote of the week for each show. How about this one from Robert Browning? He who hears music feels his solitude peopled at once. Isn't that beautiful? I'll leave you with that.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's The Clash there, Janie Jones, and it's Martin Freeman standing in for Stephen Merchant, who is otherwise indisposed this afternoon. Joining me, an actor, star of Man Stroke Woman, After You've Gone, and let's face it, the mother of my children, Amanda Abington.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good. It's good. You worn a bow tie.
Yeah.
It's good. You've worn an old style tuxedo.
Thank you. I thought I'd dress up for the occasion.
You have. You've done very well.
Thanks.
We were just shopping. We got the nod that Stephen couldn't make it today, so we've just come from Camden Market. For those of you
Yeah.
not in London, because it's not too London centric.
It's
Camden is in
worldwide.
North London, and we were shopping for shelves, so we thought we'd come in and save Stephen's bacon
Again.
like I did on The Office. Oh man, we've been watching a lot of The American Office.
We
haven't
have, and it's brilliant.
Great, isn't it?
It's fantastic.
It's really good.
Recommend it.
Anyone watching The American Office out there? I feel slightly late to it, because whenever for ages people said, what do you think of The American Office? And I'd probably seen one or two of them and thought, yeah, it's good, yeah, it's good, very good, very good. But the more I watch it, the more I think, man, that's
It's fantastic.
amazing.
Yeah.
It is really
and everyone
amazing,
in
yeah.
it is brilliant.
Yeah,
It's
they
really
are.
good.
Not the man who plays makeup.
Well,
Possibly better than me, yes. John Krasinski, what a lovely fellow he is.
it's good.
And it got me thinking, it's nearly as good as our office. Nearly as good. And are there other... I think it's one of the only examples of something you think, like a television cover version, right?
Yes.
That is anywhere near as sort of good or being possibly better than the original. Are there others? I can't think of
No,
any.
I can't really. They
Maybe our lovely listeners can.
They remade Only Fools and Horses in America, and
They did.
They remade One Foot in the Grave,
With Bill Cosby.
Yeah, and I don't
Bob
think
Crosby.
I think it bombed. I think
It did,
I
yeah.
don't
Well,
think
they
it
just
went-
turned it into it was a different thing.
Yeah,
It was a
but The
different
Office
thing.
has stayed true to the original format. And I think that's why it works, and it's
Yeah.
it's got a good cast.
It's got a very good cast. Let us know if you can think of anything that was better than the original on television. Email us at Stephen with a PH .6music@bbc.co.uk. You can text us, of course, also on 64046. I also was thinking who I'd like to be friends with. I was having a shower today. It was my weekly shower, and for some reason, I think because I saw Lily Allen in the week, right, and it put me in mind of Mark Ronson, her erstwhile producer. And I thought he's good. Maybe one day I could be friends with him. We share the same hairdresser.
Do you?
Yeah. See, while it's still warm from Ronson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crikey.
Pure Ronson. But like, he's got really good taste in music.
He has.
And he's only a young fella.
Is he?
Yeah,
How
he's
old is he?
About 30. But I'm calling that young. Well, I mean, obviously I'm not
No, it
30
is
yet.
young.
I'm,
It's young.
He's older than me. But, I'm thinking he's quite a good-looking boy. Even if we didn't have a good chat, I could
Do you
just
want to
look
be
at him.
friends with him or his boyfriend?
There is very often a blur. To be honest, there is very often a
He's
blur.
young, good-looking, and talented.
Yeah, I know. He's all the things that I want to be, basically. It's a part jealousy, part aspiration.
Yeah.
Anyone you want to be
The
friends
Foo
with?
Fighters.
Oh, gosh, I didn't even get the question out.
No,
The Foo Fighters.
mainly Dave Grohl, because I just think he's quite funny and he's a family man, and I think we'd have a lot to talk about.
Nappies, mainly.
And babies. No, he just looks like a lot of fun, and he seems really sweet and nice. And I'm going to nick your one, Burt Bacharach as well. I'd like to.
Yeah,
be-
I would like to be friends with Burt Bacharach.
Like to be
yeah.
mates with him.
Yeah, I'd love to be friends with him. I do love him. Who else?
and all the cast of Friends.
Don't we all just want friends like that?
Oh, I'd love to just go to the Central Perk and have a cup of tea with Matt and
All the other people.
all the other friends.
I tell you what, though, I wouldn't mind being friends with these guys. It's the marvellous Ian Dury and the Blockheads, of course. What a waste. I do play Ian Dury and the Blockheads fairly often when I'm on the radio, and I make no apology for it. And yes, I'm a friend of the band.
Oh, there we go.
I can't help it. Can't help it. They wanted to be my friend. I was glad to.
Obliged.
Yeah, obliged. Yeah.
Do you sing with them, hun?
Occasionally.
Yeah, what do you
sing? I sing a song called One Love.
What's it from?
It's from a film called Confetti that I did. Now then. Oh, look, we got an email already. Or a text message.
Good.
Who look, I mean, it's written down. It's not a phone call, is it? Jude, the producer, having a go. Oh, it's a text message. No one cares. Right, a text message. This is from Karen in Oxford. I think this is a remake. She wants this to be seen. Has to be Battlestar Galactica. It is so good. That's succinct, isn't it? Thank you, Karen. Is Battlestar Galactica that good?
I remember it as a child.
Yeah.
And then I got it muddled up with another one. Was that the one with the
Flash-
biddly biddly?
No, that was Flash Gordon,
No,
wasn't it?
no, there was
The little
thing-
the little robot.
No,
Wasn't he?
No.
Well, she's dying to say something, isn't she? She's dying to come in with something.
biddly 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 was
Hey,
Battlestar Galactica. It was Battlestar.
No, that was Buck Rogers.
Hey,
Oh, that was Buck Rogers.
Hey,
That's,
Buck. Biddy, biddy, biddy.
that's
Yeah,
why
it
I
was
get them
him.
confused. You see.
Yeah. Well, we got another one here.
Interstellar stuff.
Oh,
It's too much.
It's too much for me.
Yeah.
But speaking of Interstellar, we've got one from Dave from Manchester. Thinks, I hear they are making an American Spaced. God,
Oh,
no.
I heard that actually.
Yeah,
Yeah, I heard that
Okay.
rumour on the internet.
really.
Yeah, didn't hear it.
Spaced, I think, one of the most underrated shows we ever
Brilliant.
produced. A fantastic show.
Yeah,
I'd like to see an American version, see what they can do with it.
yeah.
Mainly, I'd like to see it because Peggy would be in the money.
I wouldn't eat.
Maybe you could buy another round. It says, and Dave also says, Golden Girls versus Brighton Bells. No contest. Quite right, Dave.
Yeah.
Golden Girls, I love. I genuinely love Golden Girls. It's brilliant.
Who was in Brighton Bells? Was it Sheila
Wendy
Hancock?
Craig.
Was Sheila Hancock?
I think Sheila Hancock might have been in it. Yeah, and another. And was it? And it wasn't Sheila Gish as well. The late
Maybe,
lamented
yes.
Sheila Gish. I think
Yeah.
it might
Yes,
have
it
been.
was.
But yes, it wasn't a great show. No offence, ladies. I'm sure none
I've
taken.
never really got into the Golden Girls. You really love it, don't you? And
I
I'm
do
not.
like it. I really think it's good.
Yeah.
Maybe I like it more than I should. I don't know.
But one of your favourite programmes is Home to Roost. So
Look, can anyone help me out on this? Home to Roost started in 1985. Granada. John Thor and Rhys Dinsdale. Rhys Dinsdale.
very good actors.
John Thor's son comes back. He's literally home to roost. He's 17. John Thor doesn't like it. Written by, oh God, now I've forgotten his name, but the writer of Rising Damp, brilliant writer. And I've been maxing out on Home to Roost, and it's quite good.
Martin wanted to buy the box set of it the other day, and I refused.
Was it all 4 series or something? Yeah, you balked at
Nobody
that,
needs
didn't you?
that many Home to Roost.
No, I'm enjoying the first series though. It's
On his
excellent.
own.
Well done. Yeah, on my own. Yeah, when you're out. On the way here we saw Bluetooth, didn't we? Man with the Bluetooth.
Bluetooth, what's the point?
The blue thing in your ear. I just think, A, you're not that busy.
No.
B, you're not that important. C, you look like a C-O-C-K.
Can you say that?
I didn't. I spelled it,
right,
and there's
okay.
nothing wrong with a spelling bee on the BBC.
I remember we were walking through Regent's Park once, and there was a couple. She was pushing a pram, and
Yeah.
he was next to her. They both had Bluetooth headsets on, and they
God,
were
it makes me
both talking
sick.
into them. I thought,
It
just
makes me
talk to each
sick.
other.
Yeah, talk to the baby.
yeah, do something other than talking into a tiny little thing in your ear.
I think, to be honest, even if you are that busy, you've got no business looking like an arch peckerhead. I think that's all right to say as well. You shouldn't be that busy that you're prepared to... Look, I know my
Hands
clothes
free.
aren't to everyone's taste, but you look like an idiot. You look like a half robot person.
We may be
because you've got this
alienating
thing coming at. Well, good. I don't
Yeah,
want.
no,
I
okay.
don't want Bluetooth people listening to it. They're not going to like the next song anyway.
No, they'll hate it.
They wouldn't have liked the last song.
No.
But I don't think
What
they're.
sort of songs would Bluetooth people like?
Here in my car, I feel sick. Oh, that's quite a good song.
That's a good
That
song.
is quite a good song. But they like all
Crazy Frog.
Yeah, Crazy Frog and Kraftwerk. See, I'm not having it on Kraftwerk. I'm
No.
not having it. I'm not. I'll tell you who else I'm not having. The Boss, Bruce
Springsteen,
Springsteen.
no.
Not having him. Not having him.
okay.
And I know I'm inviting all and sundry to lambast me here. I know he's good, but is he that good?
Slightly overrated in my
I
opinion.
think he's overrated. Let us know what you think. Stephen with a PH .6music@bbc.co.uk or text us on 64046 if you think, like us, that Bluetooth should be outlawed, or maybe you've got a good argument why they
For
should
it.
exist. Yeah, we're democratic. This next song is something that Justin and I talked about a few weeks ago when we stood in for Stephen. I was like, oh, that song Magpie, was it Traffic or something? And he quite rightly said that it was a version of the Spencer Davis Group, and it's just a cracking tune. Here it is. That's the Exciters and Tell Him. That was one of your choices, wasn't it?
Yes,
dear?
it was. I got 4 choices today, and that was one of them.
Don't tell Justin. He only gets 2.
Yeah, as I said, he's not.
He's not sharing my conjugal bed.
Wow.
Mind you, to be fair, since becoming parents, we're not either. Now, but that's another story.
Yeah.
Tell him you like that, don't you,
I
Bob?
love that song.
Yeah.
It's a brilliant
You
song.
like a bit of girl group action.
I do. Well, it's me going in the morning.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
You were
don't feel
excited about playing that, weren't you?
I was,
You
yeah.
really wanted that on.
I was an exciter.
Gosh, that's good. This
isn't it?
this is why I got her on. This is
Joe and
why
I dance around to that in the bedroom.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, it's lovely. It's a lovely
He tells
song.
me to stop, mummy.
Yeah, our son doesn't like Amanda singing or dancing or generally expressing yourself in any way at all.
No.
If we ever sing together, he tells you to shut
No,
up.
mummy.
Yeah, no, mummy, don't.
Thanks.
He's only saying what I'm thinking. Now, yeah, talking of being friends, I tell you, another thing that came about, I went to see Nick Lowe with our friend Paolo
Yes.
last year, and went to see Nick Lowe on the South Bank. And while idly having lunch a little while afterwards, we were idly saying, I said, jokingly, how can we get to be Nick Lowe's friend? And then that ball kind of went in, it kind of started rolling, because a friend of Paolo's is a very good friend of Nick Lowe's, and
Yeah.
so now that is sort of, we might have a meeting or something.
Really?
And now I'm a
So-
little bit worried that he might think I'm mental.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That it's like,
Wear a
I want to be his
t-shirt
friend. Yeah, I know.
with
I know.
I love Nick Lowe.
Oh God, I know. He might think I'm a bit strange now.
Setting up a meeting to become friends.
No, but you know that sort of thing over a coffee. You think it's
Yeah,
funny, like
yeah.
oh
Now
God,
the-
like I wish I could be friends with Michelangelo,
Yeah.